Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Well, this video is also a follow-up from a previous video. If you remember a year and a half ago, I did a video about Lindsay Lohan and an interesting NFT project that she caught that people alleged that she was a furry in. If you haven't seen that video, it's in the description below and it's in the card above. But that video we went over sort of the NFT space, sort of the furry arts and stuff like that, how furry artists felt about it. A lot of different things. But in that video, I covered one particular example. And I didn't really highlight that it was an actual example and not some number I made off the top of my head. But during that video, I noted that spending $83,000 on a cat picture. And, ladies and gentlemen, that was not made up or hyperbole. That was actually an example of one of the highest selling NFTs in that particular Friends of the Cartel set. The cat in question is one imaged here. It is a heterochromatic calico cat with differing color eyes and a very unique character for sure. At the time I had made that video, it was bought by a user in the OpenSea space by the name of Girl on Fire. And I made a note in that video. It's like, well, is that actually worth that much money? Well, it depends on how things go in the future. And basically how resells and things like happen. And the reason I'm making this video is Girl on Fire sold the cat. Girl on Fire no longer owns it. She bought it for 21 Ethereum. I'm assuming it's a she. I don't know, maybe the Girl on Fire is actually just a username. I can't assume anything. But Girl on Fire sold their NFT on October 22nd, on October of 2022. Okay? And so what's the damage? Or what's the boon? Well, I'm not obviously holding anything back here. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title card in the video. It is probably one of the most impressive losses of capital I've ever seen in my life without using leverage or debt, right? Debt can really make things like losing a bunch of money seem easy because using debt to lose money is like breathing air. But to actually just buy a commodity and then sell that same commodity within a year and a half and to lose as much as Girl on Fire lost is impressive. It is almost worthy of like a crowning achievement. Cars don't even have that much depreciation. If I buy a car for $80,000 off the lot, I don't know why I'd buy a car that expensive ever, but if I did, and I drove it off the lot, it's like, well, it depreciates to $60,000. But at least even after a year and a half, I could probably sell it for like 50, 45, depending on the shape. And it's like, so it depreciates, but not as bad as this thing did. So how much did this depreciate? Well, Girl on Fire bought it for 21 Ethereum back when this video went, back when I did the original video, and back when I did that thing, so we can actually find the receipts very much on the thing. And this is why when people say crypto and things like that are also like, ooh, it privatizes transactions. If this is an example of a transaction made by crypto, it's like it's not really all that private. I can see who bought and sold it for what. And so here we see the Girl on Fire here who bought it for 21 Ethereum in 2 years ago. It says here on the screenshot. They recently sold that very same thing for, let's see, 0.05 Ethereum in 8 months ago, October 2022. That's quite a dip. How big of a dip? Well, it depends on whether you're talking about just the Ethereum or the underlying currency as well, because that's the tricky part about doing trades in exchange currencies. Whether those currencies are foreign exchange, like a dollar to a franc or a dollar to a rupee, or a dollar rupee, or a dollar to a yen, right? You have to transact the thing into the foreign currency, and then you have to have the thing itself and how much it changed in value. So similarly, it gets very convoluted when you're talking about making trades or buying assets in a foreign cryptocurrency, or in a cryptocurrency, right? Same rules apply. It makes things very messy mathematically. So unless you're a hyper nerd, it gets really hard to say. So I broke it down. And this is the thing that I made in the comment post that I made on the article, indicating the updated thing here. So here is how it went. She sold it on October 5th, 2022 for 0.05 Ethereum, down from the previous price that she paid. I'm assuming she, maybe they. Girl on Fire sold it for 21 Ethereum, a 9.8% loss in and of itself. But you have to account for the underlying currency, which is Ethereum. On the day that Girl on Fire sold, Ethereum was $1,353.33 per Ethereum. Whereas Ethereum was worth $3,952.33 per Ethereum when she bought that calico cat, which in the underlying currency is a 65.76% loss, which means when you calculate it in this buying and selling in basically US dollars, it translates to the following. Girl on Fire bought this calico cat for $82,998.93, and Girl on Fire sold it in October 2022 for a total of $67.67. The total lost in this transaction by Girl on Fire is $82,931.26, a 99.92% loss. And as I mentioned before, without using any leverage, without using any credit cards, without using any fancy options trading or anything, that's freaking impressive. And the thing is, like, I can't even say that she at least got or Girl on Fire at least got a cat picture NFT out of it, because Girl on Fire doesn't even own it anymore. Girl on Fire literally stuck $83,000 into this thing, and then Girl on Fire pulled it out in October 2022 for $67.67. Girl on Fire literally transformed $83,000 into $68. I think Kamikaze Cash would call that very degenerate. Very degenerate trading. But anyway, so if you've ever felt like a bonehead as a furry for financial mistakes or anything like that, just remember, at least you're not Girl on Fire. Because that cat just took everything away. But anyways, I just wanted to update you on that. Thank you very much for watching. And I think it's safe to say at this point that the NFTs are... Furries definitely dodged a bullet. Furries may have some mistakes in their lives. We may make mistakes and things, but NFTs wasn't one of them. So congratulations to you guys for figuring that out and keeping on it. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Kick that like, kick the subscribe button, kick a comment in the comment section, and we'll see you for the next video. Have a good one, guys.